Welcome back. When the pandemic hit, every line of business was impacted. As our workforce is trying hard to bounce back, cybercrime is reaching all-time record highs. Online cyber hackers are looking for new ways to infiltrate our lives, our homes, and the businesses that we rely on. To talk about what we can expect this year, we're bringing in Grayson Milbourne. He's the Security Intelligence Director at Webroot. Grayson, good morning.
Good morning.
So it's a new year, and how do you see cybercrime evolving in 2022?
Yeah, well, I think, what we've sort of seen is that, cybercrime will always continue to evolve. But I think one of the positives is that we're starting to see consumers and businesses alike become more and more cybersecurity aware. And one of the ways that we see this is, we have Data Protection Week coming up on the 24th. I think it's actually the 28th. Historically, this has been a one-day event, and now it's turning into a week-long event. And I think that's really important because when you think about cybersecurity, right, it's not like learning to cross the road and look both ways and, you learn it once and you're done. Cybersecurity really requires an ongoing attention to those changes. So I think the positive here is that we're starting to see more and more focus on this problem. And so that's making it harder and harder for cyber criminals to be effective now.
Yeah, more awareness is definitely key. What do you predict will be the new attack mechanisms that cyber criminals are deploying this year?
Yeah, well, I mean, here we are in 2022. It's amazing how quick time flies by. And again, here in 2022, we have another election year. So unfortunately, I think one of the ways that we're going to see cybercrime try to impact our lives is going to be going after media, and especially election-based news, and trying to kind of stir up some dissent against maybe the opposite side. I think the other thing that we're starting to see more and more of are malware distribution attacks that take advantage of software distribution chains. And so we hear a lot about supply chain attacks and how, we go to the grocery store and we see a lot of shelves that are empty. Those are a bit different from software distribution attacks where hackers really go after a very popular type of software that maybe a lot of us have on our computers, and they try to attack that company and then use their software update process as a way to infect their targets. And so it's pretty insidious, but we saw some examples of that last year. And the economics of that from an attacker's point of view are really attractive, as they can reach one company and use them to infect tens of thousands of people.
Yeah, so if you're a company, how do you protect yourself? Is it as simple as, keeping up with those software updates?
Well, I think it is. I think, for companies, they need to also understand, what software they're using. I think, to solve this problem, it's really more on the software companies themselves who need to really make sure that their software development process, their QAing and pre-release process is very locked down so that hackers aren't able to get in and modify code unknown that then, can have a really devastating impact.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Well, Grayson, thanks so much for going through those. I appreciate it. Nice to see you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.